to open my sermon, today it's going to be about inspiration. I'd like to read to you a very short quote, and it's written by Susie Clark. What is it to be spiritually minded? It is to live a life above that of the mundane plane, to reach the development of powers hitherto unknown, to discover truth through our own realization of the divine. In short, to reach illumination, to feel a lofty inspiration, to respond to every true aspiration. The height you would surmount, brother, is within yourself. So where can we find inspiration today? Well, when I was a little girl, I was inspired daily. I looked forward to getting up and taking a walk. I knew I would encounter my favorite friend to talk to. This friend always showed up when I was looking at a beautiful flower, admiring a butterfly, or any other insect or snake that I met along the way, and thanking a tree for its shade. As a child, I took it for granted that God was always simply waiting for me to communicate with him. My personal friend. Now you have to understand this is a child's point of view. I never questioned whether or not I would get an answer back. I always assumed I would. And so I did. I remember walking around the block and talking to God and waiting for the answer and then getting the answer and then answering the answer back. I would always giggle when the answer came like that. And I would thank God for answering me so swiftly during his busy day. And I would ask another question, seeing as I had his attention. Life was simpler then, and my questions were simpler to answer. There were no rules that I had to follow in order to communicate with God. It really was just like talking to my best friend. I wasn't a spiritualist then, and nobody told me that the voices that I heard might be something different. But it was really rather simple. Just ask the question, wait for the answer, and then communicate back. I rarely have those heart-to-heart conversations anymore. I don't have time to walk around the block. I think that I'm too busy. I do dearly miss those conversations, though. That connection. Every day we look around us for inspiration. We ask our friends, our families, our co-workers, our religious leaders to answer the questions that plague us. We are asking others who are lost for the answers for ourselves. That is never going to work well. It will never work well. Questions like, what job do you think I should go for? Should I move? What direction should I take? When am I going to meet that special guy or girl? When should I change my life direction? We crave these answers to these questions because we feel intensely alone, confused, and many times extremely lost. We can't quieten the fear within to hear the noise. We forget that as a spiritualist, we believe in God. It is our first declaration. God is real. Not just the thought that we have hanging out there, that infinite intelligence is out there. God is real, and we can communicate with that, as well as our spirit guides and our loved ones that are on the other plane. We recognize that our loved ones are on the other plane, but we don't give them much credit for helping us out. It's nice to hear from them, but that's about it. Most of us don't think that they're actually working within our lives, trying to help us create what we set out to create. But nothing could be further from the truth. They are pulling all of this energy for us, helping us move in whichever path we choose. We look at our lives and are critical of them. We blame all outside powers for our inability to see clearly. We all do this. There isn't just one person. We all do it. I do it all alone. We at times forget about our higher self. And at some point in life, we lose touch with the greatness that we are. We stop believing in the greatness that we can become, and we decide that we will forever be in this darkness. What a dark place to exist in. We walk here daily, don't we? In this pain. Today is the day that you will be given tools to reach out and move forward. The inspiration for our lives comes from going within and touching base with your higher self, and by having conversations with Spirit or God. The simplicity is the most amazing thing of all. There is no real effort needed. As you walk or sit in a quiet place, just simply ask your question. Know there's a key. Know that it will be answered. And then be thankful for the answers that come to you. And it doesn't matter what answer comes to you. Each time you do this, the answer will be deeper and more satisfying. Whether you call the person you are speaking to God or Spirit, angels, your spirit guide, or your beloved family member, Dad, Mom, it doesn't matter. The love that is within the answer will be palpable, and you will know it wasn't you when the answer comes through, because that answer was not originally a part of your soul. This is child's play. You do it automatically. You just don't recognize it. All answers are within your reach. Inspiration is forever at your fingertips. Do not look without, but go within. Ask aloud, and you will hear the truth. Our major downfall as adults, we hear something we do not agree with, and then we tend to argue it away. Spirit can tell us, sit down, recharge. And we're going to express to them how many reasons we have to just keep powering through. They might say, don't eat that. Don't buy that. Save your money. But we'll still do it our own way. We make those decisions. We will whine when it doesn't work out. We then ask the answers immediately and think that Spirit should fix it now. The quickest and surest way to find satisfaction in your life is to remember your holiness and your own inner love. Some tools, meditation. Quieten the noise of the world. Create an environment of inspiration. Remove the negative noise at its source. Create inspirational reinforcements. And listen to your source, whatever you perceive it to be. Let's break them down. Quieten the noise. The world may have a large army of fear and manipulation, but it's a weak enemy. These once powerful forces shrink into harmless road cracks that are easily crossed when you go within. The love in your soul and the world all around may feel cool, but it does exist, and it yearns to flow through your blood and all of your veins. spirit. The secret to eternal love is not difficult. It may seem silly in its ease, but we shouldn't question its power. We overlook the humble weapon for more refined and technologically advanced techniques, but these seemingly beautiful solutions are only plastic replicas in comparison. We use a computer, we use a TV, we use books. Anything but going within. The answer is a classic response that rests dormant inside of you. Meditate. Be quiet. As you go within, you will hear real truth and feel inner calmness. And see the solutions clearly to all of your questions. It is not a platitude. It is a promise. This is where we find the source, that still, small, quiet voice that speaks to us when we ask. When we create an environment of inspiration, we fill our lives with the things that bring us inner joy. Gardening, our favorite music, happy pictures of family and friends, inspirational words and poems on our work desks. Fill your environment with inspiration. Remove the negative noise. The negativity and manipulation of the world enters your life through various sources. The most powerful sources is other people. Negative people who survive from drinking your hope, constantly looking for an unwatched hole to enter your world. And that may sound pretty negative coming from a spiritualist minister. But there are people out there who just have that negative spin. And they will not stop until you're their next victim. You must also caution yourself from media and entertainment. My daughter is horrible about this one. Messages in movies and music both can infiltrate your thinking and invade your dreams and thoughts. The imagined success and fake realities these venues portray slowly creates false beliefs that manipulate you into believing you are worthless and need more. The shows that my daughter watches on a daily basis, almost 5 or 6 of them a day, is that yelling show, Real Life Housewives. I don't know if any of you have ever watched those, but truly, life doesn't look that way. And it can make you imagine that it should. These are false. God inspired your life, which created your worth before you were born. And let me say that again. God inspired your life, which created your worth before you were born. You are holy. So create inspirational reinforcements to go along with removing the negative noise and your wonderful environment. The love dries up from within our hearts because of our lack to return to its source. The single best solution to reigniting the love inside of you is to surround yourself with inspiring reminders of love and love's beautiful moments. Look around your home. Do you proudly display the inspirational memories of the love of you and your family? Is there a photo of your most proud moment together when you open the door? Whatever you hear and see when you open that door will inspire your thoughts for the rest of the day. Is it a blank wall? Go home and create for yourself that inspirational environment. And remove the negative noise at its source. Create inspirational reinforcements to help you get through each day. Spirit, Source, your higher self, God, they are all waiting for you to request a personal conversation from them. Your higher self would really like you to check in daily. Make sure you're on the right path. Trust your inner guidance. You are worthy and holy. God made you that way, and no one can take it from you. Not even you. Not even you.